It says recorded.
Okay. All right, welcome. It is August 10th, 2026, 6:30 p.m. Call meeting to order and establish quorum. Angela Sáenz available.
Present.
Robert Garcia.
Present.
Dominic Hernandez.
Present.
Naomi Hernandez.
Present.
Alfonso Sedi. Present. Moment of silence and pledge of allegiance.
Over here.
Congratulations.
Okay, public comments. Who's first?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
My name is Ofelia Rivera. And first and foremost, I need to commend the council for hiring a much needed new good experienced city attorney. This will save lots of money. No longer paying the special counsel as it had been done in the past there for every meeting, on top of having to pay the salary for a city attorney. Gregory's population has slowly been shrinking over the years, but the city issues are growing larger and larger. So the city is behind on yearly audits. They have massive errors that need correcting. And before submitting, they have to be corrected. So that means having to pay extra money. Loss of grant because not being current on the audits. So the city at this point is ineligible for grants. And that is really sad. That should never happen in the city. And I hope it never happens again. I beg you, as a concerned citizen, to please make sure, you the council, that you have done your homework on hiring the new city administrator and the chief of police. Both are very important positions for the city. Again, a big thank you for all that you'll do. There's a lot of work. There's a lot of cleaning up to do to get the city where it needs to be. Always remember what is best for the majority of the Gregory citizens, not for you, not for your neighbor, not for your family, but the majority of the citizens. Honesty and unity will always be successful. The one thing I've noticed since the new ones took place is I think you all need some kind of a better process to ensure that all the requests are met for placement on the agenda. I don't know how y'all are doing it, but for some reason, some things are not getting placed on the agenda that need to be. And I think y'all need to come up with a good process. Thank you again.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, Silvia Ochoa.
Hey, everyone. Silvia Ochoa. I live at 7106 County Road 4130. Half Texas, but it's GP district. It's called Tradeways. Most of you know me, and those who don't know me, we run a nonprofit out of Gregory called GIVE, Gregory Independent Volunteer Establishment. And I know there's a lot of change in our community, in our city. Give wants to stay as stable as possible with our mission statement, which is to have activities in our community to lift its morale. And the past few years that we've been taking care of some of the things here in our community, our highlight is with the senior citizens. And we're in the new building, which is the GPISD Operations and Family Resources. We love it there. And thank you, Dr. Cavazos, for having that vision with us. But the next big step that we want to have, we're gonna have in Gregory is the patriotic parade, September 12th. And before Blythe left, the last time I was here, Blythe was still here, but we didn't have a meeting and she asked me for all the dates of the things that we were gonna have, which is the patriotic parade and so that should be set for September 12th. And we just need to get our ducks in a row because that's within a month, and so we definitely need the support of our community. I just heard someone tell me we need them or they need us, but then we all need each other, whether we believe it or not. So Give will continue to be as positive as possible. My mom did tell me when before she passed and she said, "No te metas en la política," and which in English it says, "Do not get into politics." But what we do, it's a fine line. It's what we do, So we're here to continue our mission statement is to have activities in our community to lift its morale. And we're recognized in a lot of places now. Mayor, I thank you for continuing to keep up with what we're doing and calling us and trying to have everything in order, but we can do it as long as, like Ofelia said, with honesty and unity. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good evening, Mayor Boyd and the City Council. I'm Michelle Cavazos, the very proud Superintendent of Gregory Portland Independent School District. And just wanted to say happy new school year. School starts Wednesday with our kids, so you'll see more traffic coming through with parents dropping off and picking up their kids. And I also want to thank you for the partnership with our School Resource Officer Program. We have an officer that is at SFA, and we were able, with the support of our communities through one of our last bonds, to provide the SRO vehicle and get it outfitted to specifications. So I wanted to thank you for that partnership, as well as Ms. Ochoa did mention the Family Resource Center and Operations Center that is here in Gregory. It is next to our Stephen F. Austin, and would love to have you all come over and visit at some point, but wanted you to know that in it, our Family Resource Center is our full clothing closet and food pantry that's accessible to every family that has students in GPISD. And it's open on Wednesdays for families to sign up and get clothing or food, and we have perishables and non-perishable foods available. But just wanted to thank you all for your support and look forward to continued partnership with you as soon as school year begins. Thank you.
Thank you.
And Ernest with TPCO.
Okay, first of all, thank you for allowing us some time. 10 days has passed since the last time we met, and we brought up the issues and deficiencies at our plant. I know there was some discussion around the conditions and misunderstanding of the equipment, how it was operating, and the function of it. So I wanted to go ahead and give you guys copies of the photos, so you kind of better understanding of what we're looking at. The first page is basically the city water tank that we talked about, and the cover that's over the farm water and city water systems that supply our facility. The second page is the main city water line that feeds our distribution in our city water tank. The mercury switch there, float switch, is what reads the level of the amount of water flowing in. Once the tank hits capacity, the switch is supposed to shut off. That switch right now, it's outdated. I think the last time during the last freeze we had, Able replaced it. They had to go on Amazon or eBay and find a used switch, and that was recalibrated to replace the one that we had because they're no longer purchasable online. The third page is a valve that's for discharge or bypassing the tank. If something happens and we need to pull water, there's no way to bypass the switch. The next two pages show the conditions of the city water supply. The fourth page that has the blue tape, the blue tape on the control panel was the actual SCADA panel that got the city replaced and updated. So that has been fixed. But again, the equipment is still out of the elements. The issue that we were having was actually with the controllers here on the differential pressure switch. So you can see on the wiring is degraded, and there's no way to isolate the valve should they have to be able to work on the equipment. The fire suppression pump system on the red page. This you can see that the pumps are rusted out, valves are corroded. There's no way to close the valves. The valves are pretty much rusted the way they are. The packing on the pump, on the very top of the pump here, is rusted out completely. So there's no way to actuate the gate valve up and down. Should there be an emergency, we have to isolate the equipment. These are your controls.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Good. That was your turn.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
You had Mr. So try. With him, he also signed it.
Oh, okay.
This is the-
I just have a few statements and some questions, please. If you wouldn't mind. Number one is, the last council meeting. After we finished our presentation, we immediately, the discussion got tabled and sent to old business. No discussion, no nothing. I look on here, old business, nothing listed. We have waited 10 days. We have had no one come out to look at the equipment. Other than, we did get a notice that your attorneys were still reviewing the documents. 2 pages. 2 pages. Our attorneys had it reviewed, gone through a list of options in less than 2.5 days. What's going on, guys? Why are y'all putting this on? You know it's putting us in danger. You know the contract is valid, the agreement. You know this. You guys are doing nothing but putting us off. If something happens, God forbid, if something happened, we are sitting there, our facility at minimum is $400 million plus up to $150,000 a day for loss of revenue. If something happens, I promise you, we're going to our insurance. And who do you think insurance is going to come back to? Do you feel comfortable with a $400 million liability hanging over your head? That's a question, guys. Because that's what's happening. Your equipment, your lack of maintenance, your refusal to do anything. Even to communicate with us, 10 days, nothing. Guys, that's 400 million for your city. That putting it in jeopardy. Rest of my time on you.
Thank you. That's it. Okay. Public hearings, we have none. Presentations, none. Consent agenda, all of the following items are considered to be self-explanatory by the city council and will be enacted with one motion. There will be no separate discussion of these items unless a city council member requests. Minutes of the workshop of July 25, the regular meeting July 27, and correction of July 20 budget. So we take these each separately. The July 25th workshop.
I'll make a motion to approve the July 25th, 2026 workshop.
A second.
Okay. Angela Sáenz Arevalo,
Yes.
Robert Garcia,
Aye.
Dominic Hernandez,
Aye.
Naomi Hernandez, Alfonso Solis. Did you say nay? And then July 27th regular meeting.
Make a motion to accept the the July 25th regular meeting, or July 27th regular meeting, sorry.
Okay.
I'll second it.
Angela Sáenz Arevalo,
Standing up is not.
Robert Garcia,
Aye.
Dominic Hernandez,
Aye.
Naomi Hernandez,
Aye.
Alfonso Solis. Okay, and then the June 2026 budget workshop.
I'll approve those on the June 20th.
Okay. Second? I'll second it. Okay, Angela Sáenz Arevalo, Robert Garcia,
Aye.
Dominic Hernandez,
Abstain.
Naomi Hernandez,
Aye.
and Alfonso Solis. Okay. Action items, the following items are for consideration, discussion, and action. Consideration with possible action to approve master service agreement with AOKA Building Department Services. Is Mr. Rocky Rodriguez on? Yes.
Hey, Mayor, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. Thanks so much for having me. I am joined today by our Texas Coastal Regional Manager, Mr. Eli Fernandez. And we just wanted to take some time, one, to answer any questions you might have, but give council and the community another just short debrief of who AOKA is. And so if you would allow us. AOKA is a mission-driven third-party provider of planning and development services, primarily the services that we provide to over 90 communities across the entire state of Texas are plan review and inspections. And our goal is to help rural and emerging communities, right, move forward with residential, commercial, and industrial development projects, not only on time and on budget within that scope, but more importantly, with clear communication throughout that project. One thing that I'll talk a little bit more about later is that true partnership, and part of that partnership is public education. And so taking our platform, educating not only the community on the building codes, but also educating the developers, the contractors that are working within the community on those building codes. And so just really quick, a little bit about AOKA. We've got an elite team. We've got actually 14 master code professionals, and there's about 1,000 master code professionals in the entire population, and we've got more than 1% working for AOKA. We are a staff of about 60 full-time employees, and of those 60 full-time employees, we've got 45 that are on the operation side, and that includes local inspectors, plan reviewers, so a team that's going to be dedicated to the city of Gregory. In terms of average years of experience, everybody on our team has about 18 years, and everybody also has experience working in a municipality. And so we come from cities, we know cities, we continue to work in cities. And so again, that is where we're able to bring that expertise to you and your team. Primarily, what is it that we provide? So we provide building code, fire code, planning and zoning services, civil services, so we can do civil plan reviews, public works, so we can actually provide plan reviews for public work projects as well. We have health inspectors, code enforcement officers, and again, we are an ICC certified training partner, and so we are able to train not only the staff that we have in-house, but also any staff that the city might desire to hire in the future. We also have developed our own in-house technology platform, and that software is how we communicate. It's how we manage projects for over 90 communities across the state, and we are proud to offer that software for free, to the city. And so that's something, again, that we're really, really proud of. So I'll go on and talk a little bit about, having that local presence. We've got true partnerships with the cities. We have 3 regional offices. We're headquartered in Fort Worth, Texas, but we've got a regional office in Dallas. We have 1 in Houston and 1 in San Antonio. And each of those offices is led by a regional manager, chief building official. And Mr. Fernandez, if you're on, sir, if you'd like just to introduce yourself really quick, I'll allow you to introduce yourself.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Eli Fernandez. I am the local regional manager for AOKA Engineering. I manage all of Houston and coastal areas. Some of the cities that we're currently doing business there with you all is City of Falfurrias, cities of Benavides, cities of Alice, and Beeville as well. Thank you all for your time today as Rocky does his presentation, and we appreciate you all's time.
Thank you, Eli. And as Eli mentioned, being local, we're in Port A. We're in Aransas Pass as well. We've worked in Ingleside. And so again, being local, we want to make sure that we give you that peace of mind. So you'll have a local presence with that local building code experience and expertise, We make it a point to actually have office desk time within the city. And so we're in the community, we're there in the offices. We want to make sure, that you all are supported. And so that's part of our local presence there. And again, we've talked a little bit about some of the surrounding communities. Another thing that we're really proud of is our industry-leading inspections and plan review services. So we offer same-day emergency inspections, if and when required, standard next-day inspections, and then again, industry-leading virtual inspections. And so that's what we leverage on how we were able to leverage our technology to provide support in those emergency situations where the city's requiring something in the immediate presence, And so we're very proud of that. Our plan review times, most residential and commercial projects are under $5 million. We guarantee that we will turn those back around in 5 days. I'm happy to report we actually turned those around in 3.2 days. And then commercial plan reviews over $5 million. So these are your larger commercial projects, your larger industrial type of projects, We guarantee 10-day turnaround time. And again, we're turning those around in around 8 days. And so we're very proud of that. And so anything over $10 million, typically we will communicate clearly, not only with the city, but more importantly, the developers, the contractors working on this project to give you a clear expectation, We want to make sure we're setting expectations as to when you can expect that plan review. And so that's something, again, that we're known for and very, very proud of. I talked a little bit about that certified training, being an IC certified training provider. But again, public education is key, right? We want to educate the public. We want to educate the contractors. We want to educate the developers. And we also want to educate council. You want to educate the city and the staff to make sure that you guys are making the best decisions, right, moving forward on projects as they come before your community. How do we do that? We have staff and builder workshops. And so we'll host town hall meetings, right? And we'll bring in contractors and we'll discuss maybe some questions, maybe questions surrounding electrical codes or plumbing codes, whatever the case might be, whatever the community feels like it might need, right? We're happy to offer those. We also offer peer-to-peer certified training, something that we are known for across the state of Texas and some really large communities across the state of Texas. For example, the city of Laredo, we're offering them training services for their staff, right? And so again, something that we're really, really proud of with regards to our staff. And so, some of the things that we do is we provide SOPs, so standard operating procedures to the city that you guys can leverage and use from day one. We give you templates, right? Maybe it's modifying an ordinance or wanting to review an ordinance. We have templates to do that. For different kinds of permits that you might need, we offer templates in those applications to help you guys get launched off the ground sooner with some new initiatives that you might be looking to move towards as you progress as a community. And then again, I want to just kind of tie back to that true partnership. We want to make sure that, again, public safety is at the pinnacle of everything that we do. We want to make sure that having that local presence, we're building those relationships with not only the city staff, but with council, right? And with local developers, local contractors that want to come in and do business. We want the city to be known as a city that promotes development. And so last but not least, certainly is AOKA, right? We are there when you need us. And so no long-term commitments, right? We will only perform work if and when the city desires us to do something, right? And so there is no commitments in terms of a monthly recurring fee or a monthly charge. We will only bill for services that you guys require of us. And so that's you sending us a project to do the inspections or maybe the plan reviews or maybe a combination of the two. Maybe it's some training that you want us to provide to the city or the staff or some local contractors or developers, right? We will not perform any work at the city without proper guidance from the city. And so I want to make sure that we're clear on that. And then the last thing there is we are a buy board approved vendor. And so, right, I think that's a huge testimony to who we are as a company in terms of being able to contract us directly. We are vetted through buy board for cities to contract with us directly and not have to go through that long, arduous RFP, RFQ process. And so with that, I'll open it up for any questions that you all may have.
I do have a question for you. You heard the concerns from the representatives for TPCO. Are you able to help us with any of that?
Without knowing the specifics of the project, right? That's definitely something that we help communities with, right? Now, again, I don't know the specifics of the project, but I can give you an example that Eli and I are actually working on in the Houston region. We're working with the community there that has some concerns on a project that's in the floodplain. And so, right, they've got a floodplain management ordinance, the city does, I should say, and we're making sure that, again, that ordinance is being held, the standards of that ordinance are being upheld, I should say, by the local contractor working on the project. So things like that are things that we help the city with. So again, without knowing specifics of that project, right? I can't speak to the specifics of it, but yes, that is if it's in our wheelhouse to help with not necessarily the design, but the review of the projects, right? To make sure that we are upholding the local building code ordinances, or maybe it's a floodplain management ordinance, right? That those are being upheld from the city's perspective, because at the end of the day, we want to protect the city. We want to protect, right, the city and make sure that we're not putting the city in any kind of liability. I hope that answers your question.
kind of. Okay. Any questions, council?
Well, I've got a question for either you, Mayor, or Norma. I've noticed that this topic has been on the agenda for the last couple of meetings. What is it that is driving this presentation? If you guys have something that's pending or something what need is it that you're trying to address or looking to address by establishing a contract with the AOKA?
Well, first of all, we are down another office worker. So being able to handle the paperwork for contractors that come into the city to do work in different projects, that platform would be able to handle all of that information instead of the staff having to handle that.
What position is that?
That's like permits and things like that.
We don't have a permit person?
No.
We do everything here in the office. All three of us do everything. We don't have a per se. We don't have.
Who was it that was doing it? Was it one of the police officers?
No.
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 It's here in the office. Permits are issued through this office.
Okay.
Inspectors are through Bureau Veritas.
But they don't provide a lot of the services like the ordinance review and updating and helping us get all of those updated so that we can have them codified so that they can go on the website. Because right now, everything's in paper and they all need to be electronically preserved and then put on the website.
So this has been a need that's been outstanding for
Quite a while.
And hasn't been addressed until now.
Right, because we just recently, I think in June was when Blythe, when this gentleman contacted Blythe about their services.
Okay. That gives me a better idea of what this is about. Thank you.
All right, thank you, sir.
Thank you all. We appreciate the opportunity.
Thank you all for your time.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. So, and they also do the fire hydrant inspections and things like that. And since we're down 2 of our public works people, we only have 1 public works person, and he's going to keep up with everything. So this would also help out with that.
Okay.
And since we only pay for the services we're using, and the platform itself is free, as long as we have a service agreement with them, that would be.
So then that would allow for elimination of a need to hire somebody then that was doing that work.
Well, we would still have to have public works people, but this would help us out, as well.
We still have to issue permits. We still have to have issue the paperwork. But they will be doing inspections. They will be doing everything else that goes along with it.
So that permit person will not be replaced then.
I'm sorry?
That permit person, that vacancy will not be filled then.
We do, well, like I say, we do everything. We do billing, we do permits, we do everything that has to be done in the office.
Like the accounting person also has to answer the front desk. The person that's doing the
Court
court clerk
answering also.
is also answering the desk.
Mhm.
Norman's answering the desk. So it's taking time away from the things that they're doing to be able to deal with those things. So we still need another person in the office, but this would help out as well.
Okay.
And since the platform is free, why would we not use it?
Who's gonna read on water meters?
That's a good question.
Has that computer, that meter reading system that we agreed to purchase for the utilities, when Abel was here, has that been implemented?
Oh, yeah, it's been used.
Being,
Yes. But again, we only have 1 person trying to do everything.
So this one person is going around doing readings and attending to whatever is necessary around the city?
Right,
And how is everything getting accomplished with 1 person?
slowly.
So Mayor,
We already have a backlog.
I have a question for you. I heard this individual mention that they do several services for the city. Now, before they go out, because I heard him say something about code enforcement also. It's not like they're gonna be out there working for the city without us knowing what they're doing, right? We're gonna give them the marching orders to do certain tasks, and that's what they're gonna decide.
Correct.
How many permits do we usually do within a year? I know that the hailstorm kind of threw it off.
Well, we have one of the girls doing a lot of policing, like right now, we did one yesterday, we did two today. Tomorrow there's another one coming in. This is a routine, some are doing right now remodeling, they're doing the gas, electrical.
It's,
And all those
excluding the hail damage to those and.
Okay, so it all depends, baby, it all depends on what it is that you've got going. A lot of people right now, this is the time that they do their remodeling. So you usually about 3, 4 a month, depending.
34 months.
So if they're not local, if somebody comes in today and they're working on remodeling their home, how long is it gonna take to get those permits? Because right now they can get them that same day.
Or depending on what it is that they're going to be doing, or they will have to be, inspected, I'm not inspected, but it'll have to be verified and approved by the airport office. Because normally a lot of them require, inspections as far as electrical, gas, and water plumbing, depending on what it is that they're doing. AEP will not turn on their services until they get that inspected, same thing goes with Senate Board, which is the gas. Everything has to be inspected before they turn on their meters.
Inspected at the end, right? But before they start, they need to get a permit.
Correct.
So they come to the city today so that they can start.
Depending on what you're doing, you'll have to submit it to Bureau for it, approved.
So where would this company come in and play then? At that point?
I'm assuming it's going to be the same period, we're still gonna have to review the plans and everything. Bureau to the right now does not do civil, which is underground piping and all that. And we've had some permits that have to go through an engineer to come in and do those inspections and do those plans approved.
So that's not gonna delay the project any more than what it.
Than what it normally takes with the inspection, inspections versus the final approvals. Because our final approvals right now, we have to send them by email, by FedEx to Plano, depending on where we get that.
It's not a duplication of services, then you mentioned Veritas and then now AOKA.
No, because this would replace Veritas.
Because they're more qualified or?
Well, they just have a bigger range of services that they can offer the city.
Bureau Veritas, the only thing they do is your permits, building permits, which is their electrical flow, structure. But like I say, they don't do the civil, which is, the underground piping and things that have to be done with parking lots and things like that, they don't do that. I have to go through and through the engineer to come and do those inspections and do those plans. Those are separate. They're basically just commercial. Fire inspection, as far as the fire suppressor or anything that's in the actual building itself.
So the developers, they don't use their engine.
They bring you your specs, they bring you their plans, and then we have to submit a computer records for approval.
Right.
Whereas through this platform, they would submit everything, these people would take a look at it and, do whatever it is that they do. And they would follow the project from beginning to end.
Mayor and Council, if I could, you were spot on with that, right? They would bring in the plans for review, apply for the permit at the same time, and we would get it real time. And we can start working on it real time, without any delay for having to mail plans, right, to an office or anything like that. It all comes in digitally real time. They're helping expedite the entire process.
And my thing is that I've been trying to get as much in the office as possible digitized because it's all paper. So if anything happens and that paper gets lost, we have no record. So they could help us get all of that done as well.
Should we
So
just
is
submit
it-
everything to them?
Mhm.
I'm sorry.
No, go. So the item is being requested by you, Mayor, or is it by Norma, or both of you?
Well,
I don't see that there's a request by the line item.
Well, it came up. It came up when Blythe was still here. That's when it came up.
Yeah, but she's gone and now it's
Right,
continuing
and so
to
we're
appear,
just
so
continuing
it's
to
in your
try and get
business,
this
so
done.
with action item, so I see that it's the new item to me, so
Well, we talked
I-
about, I passed this out during the first budget meeting
yes, ma'am.
as part of the capital projects because, you know, we really need to get all of these things done.
Mhm.
My only concern is the staffing is gone 30 days ago. I'm
There's no public comments.
not paying it.
There's no public comments. So that's the thing, you know, we need this, we really do.
And so, okay, let's say it gets approved, who's gonna be the person making the request? Was it gonna come through you, the mayor, deciding what needs to be done, or is it gonna be through Norma, or is there gonna be a consensus between both of you all, or?
Well, that's the thing, is that once we can get this in place, then we can start making a list of what's the priority. You know, what is the thing that we need to get
And
done?
then that would come before council and be presented for approval, is that good?
It would be more like a report, you know, we are having this looked at by them at this time. This is gonna be done by them at this time, you know.
Would that comply with the, purchasing limits and expenditure limits and all that, because?
Right, because they're by board certified.
No,
So,
but I mean,
yes, yeah.
if you
Like if
say,
it's gonna be more than the purchasing limits, then of course it would come before the board.
but it would be an aggregate, I mean, we're dealing with one vendor, you're gonna be buying on a continuous basis. At some point, you're gonna hit that limit, so
Right.
I don't think you can separate it, one purchase after another purchase, or, I
Well,
mean,
no, because it's individual services, so
Yeah,
if
but
we
it's
do
still-
one service and it's within the limit, that's fine. If we do another service and it's gonna be more than the limit, then it would have to come before council.
but what I'm looking at is the cumulative purchases, I mean, I don't want, not to be informed, because let's say it's a $10,000 limit, and every service is gonna be, you know, $1,000, $9,000, and they come below the purchasing limit.
Well, we have a budget, and so we would be able, as long as we stay within the budget, we would be able to purchase. If it's above the purchase limit, which I think is what Norma. I forget what the limit is, but if it's gonna go above that limit, then we would have to bring it to council and say, hey, we wanna do this, it's gonna be this much above the limit. Can we approve this?
It seems like it seems like at the moment, what we're really liking is just our website, getting that updated. The Bureau Veritas is doing the other portion right now, right? So
Well,
it
the
seems like
website's up,
part that's
the
lacking
website's
is like staff
updated.
augmentation
This would just be,
and,
this would
the
just be a
website.
portion that would go on the website, like their
right,
link, pretty much.
no, I get it, but it sounds like what we're really lacking is more of staff augmentation and not having the ordinances that we've been asking for to be on the website.
Right, right. But we don't have the staff to do it.
Right, that's what I was saying, staff
Yeah,
augmentation.
because Angela and I spent this summer, yeah,
Scanning all the.
last summer.
Is it
scanning-
uploaded on the website?
But
Everything
we
else?
don't have any way to put it on the website yet because they're not updated.
Some of the
Yeah.
ordinances we have are so old, they need to be updated.
I mean, they're on onion skin paper.
Some of them are literally I saw some from 1938 to 1976, so on and so forth.
Yeah,
Those are
That's
the
never been
ordinances, not the building code. Building code is,
building codes are different.
yeah,
These are
they
the
have their own.
ordinances. Right.
2018, 2015.
I don't know when the building codes are updated.
Month every 3 years, give or take.
I have a book of building
Give or take,
codes.
yeah.
Yeah, I have a book of building codes, but I don't know what's in them because that's not my area.
Can I ask, Mr. Rodriguez, a couple of questions, just get some clarity? Is he still there? I see.
He's up there.
I can hear you. Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, is this agreement or contract basically to handle the permit side of everything or is it for excavation, doing plumbing, installing electrical wiring and things like that?
No, sir. We're not an installation company, right? We're not even a design company. So like mechanical engineering, things like that. We're not a design company. We're strictly a review company, right? And so it's reviewing plans for residential new construction, or maybe it's a residential remodel, right? Or maybe it's a commercial project that's coming into the community or an industrial project, right? We review the plans for building, fire, and life safety services pretty much, right? And so that includes, we also include public works and civil, because we have civil engineers on our staff. And so that's kind of the qualifications, the scope of work that we provide for cities and that we're proposing here.
All right, thanks.
Right. And so not only do we do the reviews, but we do the subsequent inspections that come after those reviews. And I know there was, some questions revolving the cost and things like that, right? Typically, your permits are a pass-through cost, right? And so the city's probably requiring an application fee, a permit fee, an inspection fee, and our costs are covered through those fees that the city is already acquiring.
So out of those permit fees and all that,
Yes, sir.
the percentage of that?
Yes, sir. Typically, that's how it's set up. And that's part of what we do with cities as well and communities, right? We help them make sure that their fees are relatable, if you will, comparable is probably a better term, to the surrounding communities.
Okay.
So what do y'all think?
Are there any procedures in writing or in development that'll tell us how this is going to work? What is the process going to be, or will it just be up to the open for you guys to the contract amount to do whatever?
What do you mean?
As far as the contracting for their services, how is that going to, is there a process?
Well, essentially their services so we have to look at.
No, but I mean internally here with us. How is this going to work between, city administration and city council? My concern is being kept in the loop. I don't want money to be spent without really a report being given to us, before the expense instead of hearing about it afterwards.
If I could, Mayor,
Yes.
right? Because that's a great question. And so our platform helps with that, right? Part of what we do through that platform is again able to digitally track how many applications came in, right, by permit type, whether they're residential, commercial, right? And what was the dollar value tied to all of those projects, right? So again, what dollar value is tied to all of your residential projects that came in for the month of July, your commercial projects that came in for the month of July, right? And then in terms of the value of those projects, right? You can also take out what were the fees collected by the city in that particular month for residential projects, for commercial projects, and then what were the fees that the city paid AOKA, right? And how many, again, what was the number of projects? How many inspections were tied into each of those specific projects? And so we can give you a monthly recap, a monthly report that either city staff can report on. We are more than happy to do that on behalf, right? When we are augmenting city staff, we can present that on a monthly basis to council as part of the monthly report. But again, right there's a lot of transparency that you will gain from utilizing this system and this platform. You will have more direct oversight with regards to permits and building codes and things like that. That'll make it easier to manage the day-to-day city business, at least from a building code perspective.
Okay, Council, I don't want to throw a monkey wrench into this whole thing, but my concern is that I've heard there's an existing contract with another firm that kind of does the same thing.
Well, it's not really a contract, it's a as-needed basis.
With what's the name of the other firm?
Okay.
There's gonna be a memorandum of understanding or some type of an agreement between the city and them that I'd like to look at to make sure that we're okay going forward and it's not gonna get us into any legal problems with them. Because sometimes some of these contracts, have language in there that will kind of preclude us doing something else.
Norma, do we, like, if we were to change companies, are we under contract with them, or is it on them?
They have a contract on file. We'd have to look at it and check it out and see how it works.
They have a master service agreement. Same as
They haven't, it's an agreement that they have. That's been in place, but I don't know if it has an expiration date or not. Or how we can, I'm sure usually most contracts, you have to either give them a 30 or a 90-day an advance notice of cancellation or.
I mean, and obviously, I mean, that this.
Take effect immediately, because obviously we have to give another company 30 days, we give them 30 days. This is just, do we want to go to this company and then switch it out?
Yeah.
We can go ahead and have them look at the contracts, just go ahead and table it right now. Have them, see if there is contract, I mean, we're not the attorney or anything, so I don't see why we can table it.
I'd like to take a look at it, again, protecting you guys. I'd like to take a look at that contract. We know one exists, so it's not gonna take me long to look at it. We can put it back on next council meeting. When's the next council meeting?
Oh, no, I don't have, I didn't know.
If it's this month, and then bring it back.
It'll be this month, the fourth.
I mean,
To table it to the next council meeting, that way we're all on the same page, and we've done our research and we looked into the previous contract.
I mean, obviously, this is a great thing if we can get it accomplished, but at the same time, I just wanna take a step back and make sure that we're okay going forward. Okay.
Okay.
I'll second.
You second? Okay. When those down Rivera. Aye. Robert Garcia.
Aye.
Alderwoman Hernandez.
Aye.
Naomi Hernandez. Aye. All right, thank you, sir. We're gonna get back to you on this.
Thank you all very much. We appreciate the opportunity.
Thank you, sir.
Speaking of comments, sir, Norma, do we yet have a hiring resolution for this gentleman or a service contract or anything from this gentleman's office?
No, you haven't sent me an agreement or anything.
Well, you all approved me.
Right, but perhaps you're not aware the word type in city.
I am.
So we have to have a service agreement.
You
have to have
approved a resolution.
Right,
That's-
we have to
that's
have a
what
hiring
there-
resolution.
There's a
We don't-
resolution.
We
but-
don't have a service.
But again, I'm not gonna engage with you, Mayor, because it's not on the agenda, okay?
I get that.
And I know you're upset, but I'm not trying to put,
Because I-
listen, Mayor, I am not trying to throw monkey wrench into your plans, okay? I just want to protect everyone here and protect the city, okay?
Yeah.
So when I got hired last time, there was a resolution that was passed, and that's what gave the city the authority to hire me, okay? So again, I'm not gonna go into that discussion with you because it's not on the agenda, okay? And I'm always available, Mayor. You can contact me.
Pro bono.
Yeah, no, it's not pro bono, and I guarantee you,
I have no hiring resolution.
no, it's not pro bono.
You've had 2 weeks.
There is council action, and that's all it takes. And I'm not gonna engage with you. I'm not gonna engage with you. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Just say.
No, well, you can say anything you want, but
Because I
you're incorrect.
give out.
You are incorrect. You are incorrect. Okay?
Okay, give them fair money.
Just test me. Just test me, man.
Okay, next is consideration with possible action regarding the disputed city limit boundaries, including consideration of a resolution adapting the boundary as one in the San Patricia's pad map of the official city limits requested by Andrew Dept, Gregory Jim. Sir?
Good evening, Mayor and council members. This is an issue that we've been working on for well over 2 years now, and you started on it. We first addressed it with the county and we've been trying to address it with the city for over about a year now. Essentially what happened is the city limit signs is blurred on the south, well, it's actually the northwest corner of the city. Essentially what we have here is you have the entire part of Gregory Gym as in the city limits. The actual, and I brought a snippet from your city of Gregory map, which coincides with what the county has determined. And it's the city limits looks like it goes down 7th Street and goes straight down. We have tried to get this addressed multiple times. I've put the city and the city's attorney at the time in contact with my contacts at the appraisal district back in April. That was right after I had a meeting with the city's attorney, the city's manager at the time. Nothing has been done. 3 weeks ago, I haven't had any comments. I haven't had any replies. The only replies I get is when I send an email asking where we're at on the status. And the last I got was the attorney told me we're looking into getting a survey. This has been, the county has already done the legwork for you. It's showing where it's at. To me, it seems like a simple, hey, this is where the city limit is. And I understand what you do is important. But the first thing that we have to determine is where the city is and where the city ends. I mean, there's jurisdictional issues. There's also rules and regulations that change upon the line and taxes. And my client is subject to this, and we're sitting here looking at this. And I would very much like for y'all to go ahead and look and see what the county has done. And just say, hey, they've already done this before, and the alternative, get a surveyor out there and get the city limits survey. I've looked up myself, the last meets and bounds description I saw was back in 1951. So it's not like there has been a lot of change in what the city is and what the city isn't. And the operating in this sense of unclarity is not, it's not good for my client, it's not good for me as well. I have brought some correspondence, as I said, Andrew started on this prior to me. He got me involved last February of last year. And I did my stuff with the county appraisal district. It took several months, but we finally got it figured out and we got everything squared away. They corrected the CAD. They went ahead and it's out on there right now. If you look at the CAD, it'll show, and the two parcels that are in question are 67,659, if you want to know, and 67,653. One of those is in the city limits, one of them is not. And we are having issues as far as the taxing of the city of Gregory, stating that the entire of Gregory Gym is in the city limits. There's more to it than that, but that's the general gist of what we're here to discuss today. Just trying to get a resolution to this issue that's been ongoing for quite some time. And like I said, I do have some maps if you want to see it, but a lot of this stuff has been already sent to city. It's just emails that I've already forwarded. I've already, like I said, at one point, April 20th of this year, Jessica, Texas Municipal Lawyers, I sent her my contacts, Brandon Rodriguez and Brandon Ramon, or Benjamin Ramon, who went through this, mapped it out and discovered, because they essentially had to move 1.15 acres from one parcel to the other parcel because it was being taxed wrong on their level as well. So I can give you what I have, but essentially I've already given all of this to you, and I don't know what else to do but to come up here and ask you, can we get some sort of resolution on this situation?
Can we see the maps by any chance?
Yeah.
Because I haven't seen any maps.
This is from y'all's website, which you can see goes right down 7th Street. Well, actually, it has y'all going down Avenue A, which is further inland, which would have cut the complete gen out of the property. But the county has it going down the 7th Street. Avenue A is right over here. And it essentially shows, you can see the orange line was the city limits. And this is
the only thing that I've seen is it going straight down here on one portion. Did they just recently change this one?
Over a year ago.
Over a year ago. So this one was included.
Deeds, we gathered up deeds, everything else, when we sent it to the county. They took their.
And you can see here where it does come straight down and cut over. But we're talking about the difference because here's where the gen sits. This is 7th Street right here. It bends around just like 7th Street comes around here. And
well, this one's kind of just like from the city website, right?
Yes.
And then did you happen to see the overlay is that the city limits right here?
No,
that red line?
This is the city limit.
What's the red line right here?
This is the parcel this is what the gen
Okay.
owns.
And
the
then
gen owns this lot and the gen owns this lot.
On this one, do you have the city limits? I know that this is on CAD, right?
Yes.
So do you have the CAD city limit? You know how you can connect?
That's the orange line.
Okay.
That's what that is. And when you click on both of those entities, it'll show you the taxable entities as far as the county's concerned. This one does not list Gregory. This one does list Gregory. So it's plain and clear.
So what are you proposing, that it be part of the city, it be not part of the city?
No, I want the boundaries set as they are, the county has it. Where I believe it was 653 is outside the city limits and the other one is within inside the city limits.
Okay, so you want a portion of it to be part of it?
I just want it to be the way that it's supposed to be. That's it. I'm not here to enlarge or subtract from the city limits. I want clarity that this is what it is. They've looked at what the meets and bounds description say, and this is what they're saying it says. They've drawn it out. I'm not a surveyor. That's not my trade. But they've gone through, then they did the legwork for you, and they're telling you exactly where the city limit is. And if y'all aren't willing to accept that, then at least hire a surveyor to go out there and draw the city limit signs. We gotta have some clarity on it.
Okay, so I remember talking to you at one point, Andrew, and that it was part of the city limits and it wasn't. So
that's what started all this several years ago. Depending on what map you looked at up there at City Hall going way back, everyone's a little different. That caused us to go over to the county, to the appraisal district and go, hey, what do you guys have? Well, they started digging. We started digging up all the deeds and everything for all the gym properties, sending them over to the GIS division and digging through these. What everything looks like is if the city limits cuts down about where that 7th Street curves around, or Avenue A, depending on which map you're looking at, which would put the right-hand side in the city, and the left-hand side out of the city. At this point, what my thought was, and this is just me speaking, I mean, it's up to y'all. If you want to hire surveyors and do it, great. We're just trying to say that the appraisal district and the GIS has done a lot of this and had it for over a year. We're perfectly okay with how the appraisal has it mapped out now.
And they have you out for it.
They have the management buildings out. We still have property on the right that's inside.
This is all the gym property, both of these tracks. This one would be within the city limits, as you see the orange line that's in, and this is outside the city limits.
Appraisal district taxes.
Yes.
Because the other thing that we have going with my insurance company, else, they're asking, are you in, are you out? Well, I can't tell you. The county says we're out, the city of Gregory won't make the determination.
And essentially, the appraisal district, they had there was another piece down on the north side of that boundary, on the bottom side of that picture. They had within the city limits. It was not within the city limits, and that's why you can read in that email, they're like, hey, we had to move 1.15 acres outside from the city limits to outside the city limits, because this is where the boundary line for the city of Gregory is. So.
And I'm mentioning this is nothing to do with taxes or ag anyway. This is just purely that the uncertainty of knowing are we in, are we out, what are we doing? It's starting to cause problems with other insurances, federal trade license, this is causing a whole back of the head. It's getting hard to conduct business.
So what you want is for us to accept this?
My request would be to accept what the appraisal district has, as well as what the map on the city's website shows. Because
Are they consistent with each other?
Actually, that's what I was just saying a while ago, is,
they're very close.
they're close. If you follow the city of Gregory's map, less of the gen is in the city limits. If you follow the appraisal district, more of the gen is in the city limits. So essentially, it's just, the difference is going from, somewhere over in here to versus over in here. And that's why, like I said, it's more beneficial as far as what's concerned on this map to accept what the appraisal district had. So.
Is that 7th Street?
7th and Avenue A,
Yes.
Avenue A. And it goes 7th and then comes around. They created Avenue A right there.
So if it helps, it could be the west side of 7th Street.
Yes.
Out to 4th Street.
And I think.
No, Avenue C. Well, you're looking the front, you're looking at the front 202, or you're looking at Avenue C going out.
North and south.
North and south, that'll be Avenue C. 32, that's 3284. And then the frontage will be your 202, which is West 4th.
Right.
The frontage is West
I
4th.
was saying the west side of the street.
It's 7th Street.
Then you got 7th leading out to Avenue C.
Yeah. We have, like I said, you can see, there's the map that y'all have out right now.
So you want us to accept this boundary right here?
There's an email from the county appraiser. Yes.
This boundary?
So I remember looking at the maps, not over a year ago, and there was a straight line going up and down, north and south. And you're saying that it changed a year ago? Because I remember looking at less than a year ago, and the line was going vertical. The CAD map, the same drawing that you have. It didn't have the L at the zigzag.
You can
at
see
the
it
end.
from this email, but it was in April, May of 2025 when this was determined. And they're the ones I asked them to specifically outline the city, which is in that map, showing the orange breakdown line. And if you look at the CAD, all you gotta do is bring up the CAD and you can type in those numbers and it'll show you the taxable entities in each one of them. One of them is outside the city limits, the other one's inside. And that's the county. And it's been like that since about April to May of 2025. So a little over a year.
Okay, so if you were to stay in the city limits, would you pay more taxes to the city of Gregory?
So $900.
$900 in property tax?
That's it. I think we usually don't make more than that, different things, and most of the city has. What I say, from a tax standpoint, to the city, to me, this is $900. It's not anything to do tax wise.
So $900 a year.
That's correct.
Now, is this the only property that would be affected by, either deciding to go with the San Patricio or ours?
Yes, it'll be just the Gregory gym.
That's the last business on that.
Yep.
Because then it turns to go right down. Because what it does, it encompasses all the stuff out on that.
Does the ETJ of Corpus overlap in this area?
Yes,
So then would we need an agreement with the city of Corpus as well?
Well, in this case, probably not, because it's already been appraised, and what I'm interested to find out is how did they change it back in 25 without us knowing that they were changing our boundaries? I mean, that's the question I would be asking.
I don't think they changed the boundaries. I think they reaffirmed what they pulled off in 1951 meets and bounds. That's what I'm saying. This has been sitting there for a while. Like, I pulled up the documentation. I just went and looked at it. It's filed. I mean, there was a record of it, and I pulled a bunch of it up and I sent it over there to them. And said, here you go. Look at this. And I did the same thing with the city, and it's been fumbled around. It hasn't, there's been no traction whatsoever. And that's why we're here today, to see if we can get something moving forward, because it's caused Andrew a headache for well over 2 years. And a bill. He pays me.
I've spent more than 900, but I'm doing other things.
By what, 3 hours?
I'm sorry.
3 or 2 hours? Okay, so, I mean.
We don't have a resolution right now, right?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Because on this one, like even with this, the CAD map, it's hard for me to even say, because even the first thing that you sign or you say okay to is that this isn't a survey or anything of that nature. When you go to the homepage, you click okay, and then you can start scrolling and looking, right? So I don't know. I wish we had a drawn line, but I think most of the stuff was going off of what historical data of the old cemetery, maybe a fence that's not even there anymore.
I mean, has the city ever hired a surveyor of our own to go survey the property? If not,
I don't know if Blythe ever did.
I think that's where I would start.
Well, we did, when we were trying to get the contractor for the water project, we did come across a contractor that, specializes in city meets and bounds in connection with cemeteries. Like, that's their specialty, is using the cemetery guidelines to be able to make their survey. And I still have that information. We can do it. So we can do a survey.
I mean, I think if that's what the consensus is, like a motion to hire a surveyor to survey this piece of property and then contact that individual, that firm.
You never heard, or whenever you're talking to Blythe, do you remember any conversations of her having any type of survey done?
Oh, that was back in April, they were going to hire a surveyor.
Did y'all ever hear of anything after?
I have not had any replies, as was said.
See, so that's too long to be able to drag him this out, so.
That's where we were,
No.
4 or 5 months ago.
We should make I don't know, move forward with something. Whether it be to accept this or to see what the boundary is.
Because if we hire a surveyor, we're gonna be spending money to probably come up with the same results that the county receives. So we're gonna be in the same stance or situation to decide whether we wanna keep them in or out.
And so at the same time, he's waiting for answers.
So, I mean, to me, the best bet is, in my opinion only, is to accept the county's appraisal.
So, and if we were to find out that the boundary is further or more of the property, there's a road that's there and we would have to upgrade that road, correct?
If it's our road,
If it's a public road,
yeah, it belongs to the city, right?
so then we
Yeah,
would
we
need
have
to
to-
start upgrading that.
But the road is inside their property.
Well, one of them it is. one
Yeah,
of them, Sixth
Avenue
Street
A,
is, and one
yeah.
Sixth Street isn't.
It came out, it turned from what they're saying is now that Avenue A is a part of your property, correct?
No.
No? Well, the seventh and where it curves?
This Blacktop Road belongs to the city.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought that's what you were saying, that it was part of your property when you went it.
West side.
Just on, okay, that's on Seventh Street. Okay.
And Sixth. Sixth is the one that goes into the property.
Right.
The main road.
Six
Yeah.
comes west
Mhm.
and east. I think that's seventh is north and south.
Well, yeah, that'll be the last street.
Seventh starts going west and east, but then it wraps around that one bend and then comes and turns into Sixth.
Sixth Street.
Is essentially what happens.
And
that's all part of the city. Just west of that road going straight in, essentially the way they have it set.
Now, if y'all want to fill some potholes, nobody can find them. But that's a separate conversation. Who's gonna do it?
I'd like to say my apologies for you, but we've always.
This is.
Somebody who makes that final decision, county or city.
From the looks of it, it's the city.
Well,
You're-
the other, sorry to throw out one more thing, the other thing that's brought up is the city recently passed an ordinance about address being posted. I'm in limbo over what my address is too, because the county won't talk to me, because they say it's in the city, because they haven't heard anything from the city of Gregory. Just another example, that's what we're back and forth.
And I did put those two entities together, like, that's what I handed that other email for, it's not one privilege, it was I was just offering that to try to facilitate something. Like, here's the guys that you need to talk to, they have the information that you need. And here you go, and that was back in April, and like I said, it's been critical since.
So as far back as you can remember, the past 70 years or so, have you ever paid city taxes? Anyone?
Yes.
I'm sorry, city taxes as far as a portion of that property.
Yes.
Okay, so
The city of Gregory considers that part of the city.
we've been collecting city taxes.
What, 3 years ago?
Yes.
I think the city's collecting taxes for the portion that's
Inside.
within the city.
Yeah, the portion that's
Yeah.
within the city, but the other portion that would claim the cotton gin.
Y'all have been collecting taxes, and that's why if you look on that email, it said if we change the taxes back to 20, because at one point the gen stopped paying taxes because this wasn't getting cleared up. And we had to go back and we were sitting there and we kept waiting because Lineberg was even knocking on the door. But essentially what happened is they went back and said, all right, we can only go back so many years. And I believe it's 2024, 2025 is how far they went back. And it's in that email, 2023, 2024, whatever it was, they said, we'll go back this far because the other taxes have already been paid. And that's essentially where we're at.
So how far back have you been paying taxes that we know that you can recall?
Since day one.
So then it makes me believe that the property line was always part of Gregory. Like if you've been paying property taxes this whole time until 2023. Then it makes me feel like it's been part of the city limits this whole time.
Or misrepresented the entire time. Like I said, the meets and bounds descriptions, the same time frame, it's 1951. I gave the photos to them, and they had someone who actually did the work without what the limits. That's why I wanted y'all to talk to the San Patricio, those individuals, so that they could hand over the information that they had, that I provided them, and the two entities could get together. This should not fall on my client. This is between the county and the city of Gregory. No way should this Gregory Gin be responsible for determining where the city limits are. And that's not what we're here today. We just want them firm. We just want to know what they are, which should be pretty easy. I mean, that's rule number one when you're governing the city. Like I said, there's jurisdictional issues, there's permit issues, there's all sorts of these different things that are up in the air, whether you're in the city or outside the city. And you have a gym that's been operating there, but the city has encroached upon that gym. It's built up to that gym. That gym was at first. So the city's been pushing out closer and closer to the gym. And you also have different things like fire not too long ago. We have all these issues that are sitting there and working under this level of uncertainty is not, it's not competitive. We've got to get something figured out. So I'm not, like I said, I'm with Andrew. I would like a quick compromise. I would like a quick, let's get this over with. But I'm also, if you're gonna hire a surveyor to do it, like, get it done. It's gonna cost you, and I mean, like I said, the bonus on one side or the other is $900 versus what you're gonna spend on getting an appraisal. Or you find out it is exactly what the CAD says. So there is no change, and we just expended this money to figure out, hey, the county's done it right. That's not my place here to tell you. I just know my client needs something done. That's why I'm here.
Do you have the contact information for that individual at the appraisal district?
There, it's in that email.
Okay.
Then who's the one that did the survey?
They all the old meets and bounds. They essentially did not survey it. They had it drafted out by draftsman. Because they just used the old meets and bounds description. There's already a meets and bounds description there. And they drew it out and figured out, hey, here's where it's gonna be.
So it hasn't been surveyed.
No. The only survey that's been done is what the gym has done
So you do have a survey.
for the gym's property, not for the city of.
So what we need to do is go through our boundaries, get our boundaries surveyed as far as their city limits, the way, because they've already surveyed their personal property. Now we need to
Black
get,
had this for over a year and she didn't run with it.
I don't know. We just need to get into I guess, get our boundaries set.
And you know that, are you certain that we haven't had any surveys done?
Not to my knowledge. The only surveys that we've had are anything that has been annexed and added on to our maps. Annexations.
And one of the conversations I did have with Blythe when she was here, we discovered is there has been no annexing north of 4th Street. Y'all have done some stuff like with Portland and other ways.
No.
But right, north of 4th is, we're supposed to original meeting.
Yeah, towards Portland was like in the 90s.
Yeah, but just definitely.
And I'll happily send those contacts to whoever, again, it's not an issue. But they helped me out, they were very nice about it. I think they were sharing the information that they already have. Like I said, I gave them a lot of that information already. It's all meets and bounds, it's the deeds of the gym, things of that nature. And they drew it out, and they had to have had some specifications because they did move 1.14 acres from outside the city of Gregory to the county. And I don't think they would have just come up with that number out of thin air. They looked at it and they saw it and like, this part right here gets cut off, and they fixed the CAD as far as the numbering system to show one of them inside and one outside.
And we should do our homework at least.
Let me, I mean, if y'all wanna direct me to be contact Benjamin Ramon, which is the appraisal supervisor, and find out why there was a split in this property and taking it out of Gregory city limits.
And in the meantime, Norma, can you be able to run with the meets and bounds?
I already have the meets and bounds. When we did the EDA, they did a lot of research because we couldn't find anything as far as meets bounds on towards where the water line is, and finally got all the paperwork, and I showed it to Andrew, and he said that's basically what he has, the same paperwork that I got.
We went to the county for the original 1951 cities incorporated meets and bounds.
The only thing that I do have is like the old FEMA map that has this, but it doesn't give you meets and bounds or anything like that. It's just it depicts the picture of what it's supposed to look like.
Let me give you one of my cards and then, sir, that way we can be in touch, okay? And I'll look into this.
Yes, sir. Any other questions that y'all have for us?
No, sir.
Thank you for your time and consideration.
I think-
So in this one, we're not gonna have any action, we're gonna get some research done on it.
You still have to table it, I'm sure.
Yeah. Mr. Jackson, did you need a motion from us to,
Table it.
Well,
to make you the, contact person or?
I would, just make a motion directing me to, be in contact with Benjamin Ramon, which is the appraisal supervisor, so we can clear up this issue. That way we're just not tabling it, there's some action, and then I can report back to the council as to what I found out.
So a motion to, for, the SASE to look into with Ben Ramon, to keep in contact with Ben Ramon?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ben Ramon?
His name's, Benjamin
Benjamin Ramon?
Ramon, the appraisal supervisor.
Same.
San Patricia.
Okay. Need a first,
Okay, so I'll make it,
second,
second.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that motion.
Who seconded? I'm sorry. You, okay.
I have a motion for, the SASE to begin, to talk to the.
From the San Patricio County appraisal. Then talk about how for the city.
It's not showing me anything. It's the-
Angela Flange available? Robert Garcia?
Aye.
Robert Hernandez?
Aye.
Gregory Hernandez?
Aye.
Alonso Silva? Aye. Question consideration and possible action to retain a service agreement between the city of Gregory and the Gregory Volunteer Fire Department. That Tristan requested that we table that one because they want to take a closer look at that.
Okay.
So we're just table that for the next.
Okay,
Need a motion?
I'll make a motion to table
I'll second it.
the agreement between the city of Gregory and Volunteer Fire Department. Okay. And then, Angel Santos Rivera? Aye. Robert Garcia?
Aye.
Dominic Hernandez?
Aye.
Naomi Hernandez?
Aye.
Alfonso Silva? Aye. Consideration with possible action for approval to apply for the surface transportation block grant funded by the city by Corpus Christi MPO. I sent you all that program guide and procedures for y'all to look at. So this grant will have to have a cash flow for it. Perfect. Well, it's a 20% match.
Now, what are we trying to do with this money?
But
Like what
I have-
type of project?
So I had also talked to the 4B about splitting that between us and them, because it would include the sidewalks. We would get all the sidewalks repaired. And we would be able to make a safe passage between Portland and Gregory, because we have people that work in Portland that ride their bikes to Portland, they walk to Portland, you know, to those stores there and restaurants. And it's not safe.
Program guidance.
You know, so we could create a safe passage, like a pedestrian path between Portland and Gregory on the right-hand side. It's already coming this way, we just connect up to that.
So would the city of Portland want to do a joint venture on this?
Well, they're doing their own project on it. They're putting in for their own project.
No, I'm asking since we're meeting up with Gregory or Gregory and Portland meeting together, would they want to do a joint venture for they need here? You talk to them?
Yeah.
Who did you talk,
For both of them as well.
who did you talk to on that one?
Their new, what's his name, Brian?
Brian Delot?
What's his name? No, no. I don't have internet on this thing.
Brian, you're talking about,
The mayor, the new mayor.
oh, the new mayor. I don't have his name.
You talking about Mr. Green? You talking about Mr. Green?
Yes, John.
John Green?
Yeah,
You spoke with him and he said no?
yeah, they're doing their own projects.
I'm asking if you specifically asked them if they like to go.
We talked about it. I mean, right now, it's just an application. It's not, we don't have anything set. That's just the idea of what we want to do is repair all the sidewalks and create a safe passage.
Then, does this one require audits not being up to date?
No, that is not part of the requirements. I think that's a very, with the right person, right now, about 2 programs in time. It's for stairs, not just for party. Yeah, it is.
Do we have an idea how much the matching release?
We don't know until we have, yeah, until it's approved.
I can listen to it.
This is just to apply. It's not anything else. We don't have any plans, any engineering. This is just to apply and to see if we can. We can open it up, search for the application document. We have a second. Okay. Angela Sanz Rivera. Aye. Robert Garcia.
Aye.
Dominic Hernandez.
Aye.
Naomi Hernandez. Aye. Alfonso Solis. Sorry.
Who's second?
Alfonso.
Alfonso. Okay.
Closed session. City council will convene in closed session to deliberate the appointment and employment of the city administrator, including convening a discussion of application received for the position 12/3/2014 ordinance consider possible action to appoint a city administrator from the applications received requested by the Naomi Hernandez. This is kind of a long thing to have to go through because we've gotten some more applications in and we got one that was really, really good.
That's what they said about Black last time, so.
Black was the only one that showed up the
We
last
can go into closed session and discuss it, right?
Did you have an interview there?
We don't have to fire for that ordinance.
So you don't have to interview anybody? So just like you paraded this gentleman in here and threw him up there, had him give us qualifications. I have no hiring ordinance. I have no service agreement. I already spoke to TML.
Can't discuss anything right now.
TML about it.
You've got,
So
you going into executive session or not? I mean,
Yes,
that's,
I don't have to do an executive session.
well,
I already called TML, asked them about it, because this is a really long thing. We have to go through applications, and then you have to decide who you're gonna interview.
You're the mayor though. We are the council. We are gonna choose who we pick.
So
So
you,
we are going into that closed session like I have.
so you already have somebody.
So
you're
we
gonna
have
pick?
a session and we can discuss them right now. So we-
Okay, sure, let's go and post it.
Thank you.
Surprise me.
Got a recess.
it is now 8:08. 8:08.
That's what they say, right? Phone's off. It's time.
You have this, you can go, that's only here, please.
You don't put regular session. You got
Can I have your attention? The gentleman that owns the pizza place, the Cavazos place, he brought out a stack of pizzas for us. I guess he here. So they're gone. We can have a pizza. What guess he was going to be here.
Need some assistance?
No, hombre, come on.
Been having trouble with that all night.
I know, it went off, so I don't know where. It's got my video on. Zoom.
That's it. Oh, yeah, I'm not gonna say that. He's got it.
You don't get to go on position? No.
Sorry, we don't have him here.
Everybody,
They started that, you better hurry. What? They started that, you better hurry.
Oh, yeah, but that's why it wasn't showing.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, you can make the recorder and just.
Yeah, you can hear that.
They're getting a man.
There's some shooting. Then we'll click it. On top. The bar, with the bar. No, you're at the bar. So look at the bar. So, yeah.
Already see.
Oh, it is.
He will charge me 40 and give you 10. Literally.
There's water in there from the station, and Hazard Bush going into this bunch of water.
Oh, and I said, well, sure, that's not good.
They didn't want to go in the other path or stuff they had in there, right? Yeah, I mean, nobody had to go find the house. Exactly.
You gotta hide the words on the side. I was doing the same thing. The other day. I was right. He's gonna hear it speak.
She was saying. Yeah, you bet.
And I appreciate that. I'm glad you didn't do that. Yeah. And that's what we need. It's eating. Great was actually.
Well, I think before coming over here, yeah, I knew it was gonna be a while, especially my wife said, so we would say,
Sometimes pizza is really hard. That's really not.
You always have to have the form.
Oh, you're gonna come see us? Yes, you guys come on. No, it's been cold. It's like kind of chilly, but not like it is right now.
Way down.
They didn't know up today. That rhymes to have to feel like it. No, it does not tell you. So basically you have to know what it is. And then like if I paid, like the last time I paid them, and all the takes it off. But I mean, I wish it would tell you, okay, put in your city or whatever, and it would tell you it went away, real, whatever. Yeah.
But it's gonna take them longer.
You shouldn't have to. The administrator.
You can sit there and be the attorney.
I could have made.
Yes, you do a better job.
Most likely, if a child said to the baby, then you should.
How do you create that? At least he gets trouble. Pearson, Bruce,
Try to build it.
You don't have enough pressure.
I just say they don't have enough, and I'm like, how does it work? It's just 20,000.
I'm gonna see if I can get it to.
That's it.
Yeah, right next to it.
Actually, like he passed it because he went past him. Shoot, I better forget. That's how we do he said, they used to. They usually not use there was a lot. Not the way it's called in, it's like, oh, the city is everything. And of course, it was considered, I think, what happened, now, because the line the city council, that's separate. Yeah, right. Like 20. They told I'll get a PhD in 10 years. I'll go back to computer science. No, it shows up. The red light, because she's.
Short hour.
And actually. Gregory, roads problem. They need something like. Yeah, they do it as a piece I mean, I want to do it. Yeah. 5 years later. Oh, the year before that. 2019. It's not just, yes. And then they had a lot of we were gonna do this. Look at the IT guy. The cloud was just somebody else for years. Why not just tell fire? Yes, sir. We're not. That's not something. I'll sit and look, sit.
I know they still do. You hear me say that day? Where is? Do you know where it is?
What is that? All the way up there between these two.
They sent the little white thing on that.
Yeah. There's no issues. Right?
He's saying I'm
Listen, very quick, well.
No, she's accused him of. She told me she wants me to tell her all of this thing comes over. No, I don't think so. But he's right, like, you have to sign up for I'm sure. Wow. People using this. So I'm like, microphones.
Yes.
They're both. 2 years on it. They're not that expensive. He probably runs into issues. She said, okay. Oh, and then she recently. City. That's it's all really good. Are you so aggressive and she escalates.
It's at 44. Look at that.
And not just That's all.
Yes, so the window for going, might have to make special class. The second layer. The west half. Real tiny. It's been a while. I'm still in school. It's sturdy and it's it's back and it's got like that old school privacy film on it. It's like, but it doesn't really so right now we just have it like. So that way it doesn't be. Yeah, it's 5 minute grants, but. I might forget. Oh, yeah. Just reminded me of 6. No, that'd be 7. It's a 7, and then my daughter has 8, 9, 10, and 11. She knows in the house. Yeah.
Now already has it.
What's Abel's last name? No, Leva. Yes. He's a microphone. And her name is Do you know? Where Isabel and Ruby? I live. So that street is Franklin. And then the street coming into Franklin is Liberty. The street behind it is Mission. So I'm like, right, when I go to leave my friends, I always see their house and the house belongs to that. And so I go to when she told me, Isabel agreed, you don't know, she's, you never see her, she's a little old lady, right?
They never finish. Man, guess what, mother? That melted.
Where she live? Over there. Oh, yeah, that's so. I'm like, gee, everybody. I'm like. My grandma is. I think yes. Margaret. So like the right my grandma, you know, is from somebody. Just me.
I don't vote for, you tell me the name and also,
Was it, no, was his name Joe? There used to be a house next to my house, and I wanna say it was red and white when I was a kid. And he was the nicest one that we would sit on his porch, and he would bring us lemonade and snacks. He was so nice. Oh, yeah. He was my 16th teacher, my senior year. I liked him. He was good. 12 years. 12 years at CCD. Not that. They've not been violence. I was like, shit. I don't know. They would know for how long it shows up. That's still city. When the wind blows, but in her house, she would be like, because as soon as I leave that, I'll go over this.
I can do this.
You wanna go set up that? No, don't do that, don't do that. No. This is, you're gonna get blamed, I'm gonna get blamed.
So are they all coming back here? Yes.
You okay?
Huh?
No. Your cat, that's a good picture.
And there's like a big one. What is that? Water? And where's your bush? What's the hell with that beer?
He said he's gonna be the student of this bag of it.
See, that's the fact. I'll be better.
Then.
There's bugs. I'll do all my audits first.
I'm actually got a little round back and I have to move it around back. And I have to be full of the. Hold on, let me see some. The bottom of my head, but I. You can go. He's gonna go get chips.
You see this?
Tell him to drink his beer. Okay. Did you see his little thing? It says Anheuser-Busch, right? It says Anheuser-Busch.
Top it bottom.
It says Anheuser-Busch. It says Anheuser-Busch on there.
That's what it says. Yeah.
I know, I was like, nobody's drinking beer.
Yeah. But it was right on. Yeah, it's cool.
Okay, so we are back in open session at 9:00. 9:09. Is this
9:09.
clock off?
Yes.
Oh, no.
9:09.
Sorry.
No, battery low.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Okay.
so what are we saying on this?
So we're just gonna motion to hire Greg Kendall. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, but
So
I'm
you don't
motioning,
want, so we're not gonna interview anybody?
motion to hire Greg Kendall. I had it on here for action hire. So yes, I'm gonna go ahead and do that.
I disagree.
Because
Because we just spent all that time making arrangements.
I'll go ahead and second the motion. I mean, based on his resume, I don't wanna, I'm tired of wasting time.
And then.
I am
The same
tired of
time
wasting
we're
time.
not
No,
being fair.
well,
We need to.
I've only looked at the resumes. The only resume that stands out is that of Mr. Kendall. He's the only one with the experience, so I second the motion.
So what did we spend all that time discussing then for? So what did we spend all that time discussing and
At that
picking?
time, spend at that time, so I had already there's already a motion, so let's go ahead and vote.
So it was all just to show that we were trying to do something correctly. By having
Just go ahead and.
interviews,
we've already-
by having interviews.
So let's go ahead and vote.
Let's call a vote and let's get it over with.
Yes.
Angela Sáenz Arevalo,
Nay.
Robert Garcia,
Aye.
Dominic Hernandez,
Aye.
Naomi Hernandez.
Aye.
Alfonso Solis.
What did you do?
Abstain.
Abstained. Okay. Well, I guess we will tell our applicants that there was nothing to hope for there because Naomi Hernandez.
You let it know
wants to
whatever
do-
you want, Mayor. Please, let's move on.
All right, yes,
Let's
let's
move
move
on.
on, because you're doing whatever you want.
Well,
You don't want to be fair to anybody.
You've done it for 2 years, so let's.
I have
keep on.
not done it for 2
you
years.
had the opportunity.
Let's go on to the
You
next
did
one.
not want to be fair to
Let's go
anybody.
to the next one, please. Thank you.
Okay. Seeing as how you're the one running everything. Pursuant to government code, personal matters, the city council will convene in closed session to deliberate the appointment. Oh, that's the one we just did. Pursuant to Texas government code, 551.074, personal matters, the city council will convene in closed session to deliberate the appointment and employment of the city police chief on the interim basis, including the review and discussion of applications for the position. Yeah, that's the one, because they already voted for it. Well, that's supposed to be closed session. Open session, the council will reconvene. We already did that one. What do you want to do with,
So the chief is gonna be tabled for that special call meeting?
Yeah, we should be on 10B, I think.
We're on 10B. I know, no, we already.
That was already discussed in
Yeah.
Quorum.
Uh-huh,
And
that's
then
open.
A, no, 10B.
I think I heard one closed session is open.
Mayor, before, you all go forward on item B, this is the city administrator employment agreement. I don't know if y'all have seen it. But it kind of states his compensation, work schedule. I'll have a copy of it or not.
we'll see, it has how nothing was submitted.
So on this one, do we need to sign this one?
Yeah.
Do we need to sign this one as we're passing it through essentially?
Mhm. Well, we can sign one and then
That's it done?
pass it down.
The mayor doesn't sign, mayor puts his. Do we just sign it once
Mayor
or do we
Pro Tem
sign
sign?
each individual?
Or
3 council members.
Oh.
Every, all the aldermen signed it. Whoever voted in favor to sign.
Is there alderman?
Yeah.
No, I'm alderman.
Yeah.
They need to put an effective date, is it not there also, the date?
Effective date. When's the effective date? When's the?
What is it? Today?
Today?
When we sign?
Yeah,
It's starting tomorrow.
starting tomorrow.
Let's start when we sign, or should the conversation be had just with the city and Mr. Tyndall? As far as, to notice or something? Should that conversation be had between?
What, waiting,
Yeah, you gotta get back tomorrow.
According to the ordinance, you just have to sign an employment agreement.
Okay.
No.
we can enter into negotiations.
So how was all this planned prior to today's meeting?
According to the ordinance, I was prepared.
You were prepared even though there weren't any interviews scheduled?
That was on the agenda.
But you were prepared even though there weren't any interviews scheduled?
I submitted my resume and video.
I understand that, but we have yet to do.
It was on the agenda, so I was prepared. Yeah, I'm very prepared.
I see.
I'm prepared to get in code. I'm prepared to get the audit thing. Within 60 days.
You're gonna do encode within
Yes, I
60
am.
days.
Yes, ma'am. I will.
Okay. So you're gonna tell Tyler Technology that you do not need their
I
schedule.
work with Tyler Technology hand in hand. I
Uh-huh.
have before. I started.
Because they have a schedule.
2022. Yes, I've been in contact with Tyler.
Have you?
Yes. I worked with them before.
Because you were the one that said that there had to be a server.
I said there's an option for a server.
You said there had to be a server. That's why it didn't go into the cloud and get implemented immediately.
Mayor, we can have this discussion when it's on the agenda.
Oh, yeah, when it's on the agenda.
Yes.
Do we need another one?
No, because you're the mayor pro tem, so you.
Well, then.
I just.
Yes, the vote, I just want to
I feel like something's not right here. And that's okay.
It's time to go home. So.
And that's okay. Because I just want everybody to know that you can request that the district attorney for San Patricio County do an investigation.
Come on, Mayor, God Almighty, I thought we were gonna work together.
I thought so too, and we had a plan.
And-
We went in there with a plan.
No, it
We
was.
came out here, it was decided that Naomi was gonna make the decision to just decide to hire someone. So, okay, I think there's some questions here.
Thank
that
you,
need to
Mayor,
be
thank you
answered.
very much, we appreciate it, thank you.
I think you do.
We've heard enough,
I believe
I've heard enough,
something is not right.
I have heard enough.
I'd like to address y'all, please, because y'all were talking about the last part, and then all of a sudden we get another part in there, so we don't, where we, the people wanna know where you guys stand. I mean, you guys are bringing too much things, man. I need to know where we at right now.
On 10B.
On 10B.
She hasn't announced it.
So. Somebody wants to leave, well.
10B.
Yeah.
Action to hire once the closed session is open. So requested by Alderman Robert Garcia.
So what are we doing here? Cause we talked
about it for Monday.
Yeah, so you're gonna have to table it, right?
Table this
You're gonna have to
one.
table it, or then it'll be on Monday's agenda. Special call meeting.
For special call.
Take a while.
What?
For B.
10B.
No action because
10B.
For 10B.
what is that?
It's an action to
She
hire.
hasn't announced it yet. Mayor hasn't announced it.
What is that?
Because it's on the agenda.
Okay, but you can make a motion.
What is 10B?
10B is action to hire once closed session is open. Requested by Robert Garcia.
Does that not refer back to 10A? That's confusing.
It is confusing.
So what are we doing?
Who came up with the agenda?
It's 9.
I mean, if you wanna claim confusion, that should not have appeared this way, I mean, what kind of,
Because we were
what
gonna
kind
do
of-
one,
is it?
because we were gonna do one, and then we were gonna come back and vote on it, and then do the other one.
It's like it's the first time they
something about
prepared the agenda.
I don't prepare the agendas.
Well, you do have some kind of,
We were going to do A, which was the city council to deliberate the appointment and employment of a city administrator, including review and discussion of applications received for the positions,
Okay.
which we went into
All right, so I'll
closed
make a
session.
motion
to review
Table,
the applications.
or I'm sorry.
For the second time.
We had a plan,
And B.
we had a plan, we were gonna call back three
On Monday, the.
applicants.
20, no.
Yeah.
13.
So.
We were gonna.
Application applications for-
And
Y'all taking
applications,
Huh?
please.
Y'all take one, TV?
Can be, yes.
Yes.
Special
I just
meeting.
made a motion.
I can't be part of this. I mean, folks. I hate to do it after putting 14 years, 15 years, 4 months. of my life, my career here. For them to keep postponing stuff. The police department can't run that way. Come on, I mean, we have 3 officers that are fixing to.
We just made a motion, sir.
We have
We just
3
made-
officers that are fixing to
We
leave.
just made a motion.
No.
David, please give us, I just got here, okay?
I understand.
Give me.
We just made a
We
motion.
haven't even seen applications, David.
We haven't even seen the applications.
But
They've
we haven't seen them.
never.
We just asked, we just made a special meeting for Monday.
I understand that. Monday again. How many times? I want the people to know.
Okay, look.
Well,
Keep tabling stuff and tabling
They've
stuff.
been doing that for
Look
20
at my
years.
officers, they're right here. They don't know what's going on.
well, we didn't get told that.
Look, if this is I guess this is.
Monday.
Okay,
I guess.
Can I explain something to y'all, please? I'm gonna explain something to y'all. The role of an interim chief is not the chief. It's just somebody to make sure that things keep going, so y'all can do y'all's application process to hire the chief. But now you're gonna put the interim chief aside again?
Well, because
It's not even on the agenda
was-
as an interim chief.
it wasn't even on the agenda. She was,
It's not on the agenda.
it's not been on the agenda.
Did not give it to us.
They did not give it to us. They didn't have it to us. That,
I'm sorry, it is.
that,
Can be pursuant to the Texas Government Code
It was a closed
551.74, personal matters, the city council will convene in closed session to deliberate the appointment and employment of a city police chief on an interim basis, including review and discussion of applications received for the position.
Is it there? Right?
Yes, that was in closed session,
Okay, and-
so we discussed it,
okay.
and on Monday, we're gonna make an official announcement.
I don't have that. I don't have that.
Mr. Martinez. Mr. Martinez.
Officer
I
Martinez.
ask you, please, do not walk out. On Monday, you will have your
Tell
answer.
that to, I want y'all to tell that to the public right now. Those 3 officers and everybody that put you guys in office and y'all can't make up decisions, man.
I can't speak for anyone, but I was not here this last time because of my health.
Okay.
Okay, but I am telling you right now,
Yes.
you have my word, you will have an answer on Monday. You will have what you're looking for on Monday. Okay? Give us
Give us a
till
couple of
Monday.
days.
I'm not doing it for my officers. I'm not doing it for y'all. I'm gonna state that. I'm not doing it for you guys. I'm doing it for the officers and I'm doing it for these people here.
You have my support.
that's
I
fine.
can tell you that.
These people, they deserve a direction of where you guys are going. And you know,
I
this
agree.
direction you guys are going right now,
That's pretty much what
I
you're
agree, I
saying.
agree.
But that's what we're
100%.
saying.
I agree.
That's what
But you have my support, 100% as well.
That's exactly what we've been saying as well.
Thank you, David.
Thank you, sir.
You make a motion?
Yes, you made it. There was no second.
Yeah.
Who seconded?
There was no second.
Oh, I second. Go ahead.
No.
What was the motion again? I did not hear anything with all the
To set a special call meeting Monday pending, pending application for the pending applications for chief police.
For the 17th. Not 2 weeks from now, the
Monday.
upcoming Monday.
This is gonna be Monday.
The 17th. Yes.
All right, Angela Sainz Arevalo,
Aye.
Robert Garcia,
Aye.
Dominic Hernandez,
I.
Naomi Hernandez,
I,
Alfonso Solis.
Alright,
Okay. Motion to adjourn.
Oh, there's no reports or anything?
There's no reports right now.
Well, the fire department's here. I didn't know if they had.
No, the fire department is asking to table theirs.
No, but the reports. Do y'all have anything?
The only thing I have is that we checked a couple of the hydrants for ISO.
Okay.
3 out of 5 of the hydrants say some version of statement. I've sent that email in. And then also for the city council to be aware of. As far as I'm aware, there's not a whole lot of fire ordinances. So something to look into, see what you guys can find, because that also helps force that ISO audit, and it's not something I can do.
Thank you.
So fire ordinance, and even if it just says something simply that we follow the San Patricio fire.
Something.
Okay.
I have to look into ISO further, but yeah, as far as I can find, there was no city ordinance besides the establishment of the fire department, fire chief, and I think the mayor said there may be one about fire.
They said, Norman said we do have one.
We have ordinance for the creation of the fire department.
Yes, you have one for the creation of a fire department. We don't have anything past that as far as actual fire ordinance.
Yeah, like
fire
you're
creation.
not, like, in other words, you're not allowed to
Like
burn
no
a fire in a
code,
55 gallon
nothing
barrel.
like that.
Or if we follow,
Well, then
the-
you have to create.
or if we just follow the ordinance, of Santa County.
Yeah.
Because we do the burn ban along with them.
Yeah, I think that we will have to do a ratification of that ordinance.
Yeah, we follow the same path for the burn bans and everything.
Do we have anything in writing, or is that something we would have to
It's
pass?
just an auto that's passed.
So then we have to put it in writing. So they can have.
Well,
it.
I guess for their
For the
purposes, they need it in writing.
purposes, ISO or something, you said?
That's for the ISO audit.
For the ISO audit?
So there's different things, so we can work on that, and I'll
So
get with
they're
you
gonna-
on sending
they're gonna
information
go off
forward. That's just something to put
Just
seed in your
wondering if we
mind.
could put that on this agenda too.
Can we put that on this agenda for Monday? Cause y'all need to have, what date do y'all have to have it by?
Yeah, but we don't have any.
By the end of
ordinance
October?
Or documentation to give to their auditor for ISO.
Okay,
So,
so can you give me a copy of the San Patricio burn ban?
I can get you a copy of what ISO wants. I'll have to email my auditor and get the exact copy of what he would like from the city as far as.
We can have it on the following.
I just wanted to find out.
Yeah, because he said by October, the end of October.
Plenty of time.
Tristan, have you had your grants reviewed by the city attorney?
I've sent everything in. I'm not sure whether he got it or not, but I sent everything to the city secretary, the mayor, and
Did you, are you putting .org?
No, I put it in. I didn't send it directly to council because I don't have y'all's email saved in the new email, so I don't know y'all's off the top of my head. But I did send it to the city to distribute, and if it got distributed,
When you said.
I did also verify. I did also verify that the email was received via phone call. So
When you send them to us?
Yeah.
Will you send them to us, each one individually? Because when we approve those grants, we gotta place them on the agenda and approve each one, identifying what each one is.
there's not individual. I broke down all the information they give me, but on the portal, there's not individual breakdowns. Well, I guess there is an individual breakdown, and I took screenshots and sent all that in. But it's just a portal, right? You open it, it says you've been awarded this much money. There's not an awarding letter for it. Makes sense? You have to show you what the actual portal looks like and what you need.
Do you have a business card? Do you have a business card?
Before you go, I'll give you one of my cards. When you apply for these grants, sort of like what the mayor did before she applies, she came to the council and was asking for permission. Just to let us apply.
Yes. All of these grants were applied for prior to any of the current chiefs. We've been sitting on the list for years.
But were they brought to the council beforehand so that they know what they will be?
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Yes, they were.
Yeah, generally before I apply, I would ask,
Yes.
but that's for, the grants that we need funding to do. But all of these grants that have just applied have been sitting there for 4 or 5 years on the list. And the state has already approved $218 or $1 billion to clear the backlog. And that's where all these grants are coming from, off that backlog.
Okay.
Wait.
Another foot?
No more quick. No more quick.
City board recommission. Adjournment.
No, I'm waiting on you guys to tell me.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Second?
Yes.
Yep, is not an answer.
I
Second?
said yes. I didn't say yes.
All right. All in favor?
Aye.
I opposed? Good.
Go to your doctor.
You gonna take some?
I know we're adjourned.
Oh, Kendall? Alfonso? You got my email?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Tomorrow I'll be on the job. Mayor?
Oh, tomorrow? Okay.
I'll still shake your hand, finally.
Well, you never had the time to introduce yourself. I will see you.
Oh, yeah.
We'll see you later. Have a good night.